Welcome, tributes, to episode 2 of JabberCast, a Hunger Games podcast hosted by Jabberjays.net. Today is Friday, April 4th, 2014, and you are listening to episode 2, Flavius of the Month. I am one of your hosts, Crystal, from Honolulu, Hawaii, and I have here with me Carla in Germany.
Hello.
And we have Tash in Australia.
G'day, everyone.
We have Jackson in Georgia.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And we have a special guest today, Hunger Games cast member Nelson Ascencio.
Hello.
So thank you for joining us. I mean, we've spoken to you before on a previous podcast, but we were very happy to welcome you back. So we just wanted to start off by asking you a couple of questions. I guess what's most on our minds is whether you've finished your filming for Mockingjay.
I am finished. I can't really talk about
that.
Yeah, I know.
We can't. We don't want to put you in a danger zone or anything, so we're not going to jab you for details or anything. But okay, you're done.
I say just stick to the books. What you get in the books.
That's good to know.
That's good to know because we did a series called Through the Pages, so now we know that you're in.
Yeah, now we'll all get it right.
Yeah, Through the Pages is where we go through each chapter of the book and we pick through and we figure out what we think will make it and what we think is going to get cut and stuff like that. So it's something that we have to fill in the days before the movie comes out, and people really like that. So
Right. I mean, it's always been shrouded in a lot of secrecy, and everybody has to sign off, what they can and cannot say about the movie or their experience on the movie.
So since you're done, I mean, did you have any kind of days where you're just oh, it's over? I mean, I feel like I would feel like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like when you're done filming, you kind of go back to your regular life for a little bit, and you sort of, in hindsight, just kind of take inventory of all the great experiences you had, all the new people you made, all the new friends you made, and just the experience on its own was really quite a great thing to always kind of look back on, and it's going to go on and on and on. So it's nice to be part of that.
It's got to be tougher with these movies though, because I mean, you've been to 3 filmings with the same people, and I guess you grow really close to them, right?
Well, yeah, it does make it easier coming back and running into the same people again. So it creates more of a friendlier set, sort of it's just easier to just kind of work and just kind of arrive and do your thing. And, you get attached to people and stuff. It's always fun. And like I said, you always walk away with new friends or new experiences. So you can't put a price tag on that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then I guess since most of them live in LA or near LA, you can just get to hang out with them sometimes, so that's good.
You know what? No.
No.
I'm going to be really honest with you guys. The thing is, everyone's pretty busy. It's not like because you see us in the film, you'd be surprised you run into these people and it's like a job like any other job. Life happens, things, get busy, and before you know it, it's been a year since you've seen your good friend so-and-so or whatever. So it's nice to get reunited with these people. That's one of the perks of doing these franchises, because you kind of get to work with the same people again.
Right.
And hopefully they're people you like, so that makes it even better.
Good point. Are we allowed to ask Nelson, try and just get right around it, do you stick around a little on set and sort of, get to watch other scenes, or do you sort of just show up and just do your thing and you're done? Or, I suppose just trying to get a vibe of what you've seen. Is it as good as or better than Catching Fire from what you've seen?
Kind of broke up there a little bit, but I think I caught some of it. You do get to show up and get passes to go on the set and see other scenes being filmed, which is always really a treat. Because normally you don't ever get to experience that when you're, you kind of fly in, do the scene, and fly out.
Yeah.
So it's fun to see other people work, or even people that you don't have scenes with, Where was it? In some other scenes on Catching Fire, I got to see them do some of the tribute, sort of the pageant that where they announce all the tributes. I'm not in that scene at all, really. So, but it was nice to show up. I sat in the audience and I kind of watched them do it. So it was fun. Yeah, it was
That's
fun.
really awesome.
Because you get to see all the CGI that's later on. You see how much CGI there is. I'm like, wow, it's like quite amazing to see what they can pull off or what they do pull off.
Absolutely. There was a sneaky sort of aerial shot during the week and just sort of basically a parking lot, I suppose, and just giant green screens. And I just find it actually amazing that you guys can stand there and talk to nothing or, you've got to pretend that there's this whole, extravagant palace or whatever behind you and it's not there.
Right, that's where the acting comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being so astounded by, in the DVD extras, the part where they talk about how they created the whole, tribute parade thing, and how they would show shots before and after CGI, and I was just sat there going, oh my god, there's nothing there. There's really nothing. Right. There's like half a carriage. How do they do that? So it's amazing.
Yeah, in the first film, my first day, I was there when they were doing the chariots, and in the Hunger Games, the first one, and that's the day that I met what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
Wait, who does she play?
No idea who she is.
Yeah. And I remember I went up to her and I said, "Hi, I'm Nelson. I play Flavius." And she was like, "Who?" No, I'm kidding.
Aww.
No, I'm joking.
I'm sure she knows now.
She's a sweetheart. She's awesome. She's sweet. But that was all shot in like a parking lot in North Carolina. I don't even know. It was like a subterranean sort of like, it felt like a mall parking lot. It was all gray and concrete. It wasn't very attractive. So then when you see the end product, it's amazing, huh?
That just cracks me up, because thinking of like people wanting to go to like filming locations in North Carolina and they go to this parking lot, it's like, what? This is it?
It's not that glamorous, trust me.
Or they're just like going to do their groceries or something and they're like, hey, where'd my car go? Like, where's everything?
And with all the CGI stuff you can do today, you can pray all you want to film in Paris, and next thing you'll be in Van Nuys, California, with a blue screen.
That's crazy.
But I mean, it just goes to show the vision, the location people have to have, and of course the director and everyone. Because I mean, how can you just look at a parking lot and say, "Oh, this is going to be the avenue of the tributes"? I mean, it's mind-blowing to me.
Well, that's a testament to the creativity and the genius of like production people and, the directors, Gary Ross and Francis Lawrence. They're just visionaries. In their mind, they have this world that they've created. And I mean, that just says a lot about those guys. They're, to be able to kind of preset all that and have it already going. That's amazing.
Yes.
So, taking into account scenes that you didn't get to see on set, is there, as a fan of the book, like, is there a particular scene that you're really looking forward to seeing when you go to finally see it in the theater?
Let me see. I think he did such a good job with delivering most of it. I'm trying to like think back because I haven't seen it in a while. So I'm trying to think if there was. I wish there were more of me.
I wish that too.
Well, we're really hoping that you get a line in the next movie, because you've gotten one in the first two. So
yeah, we'll see. But I mean, there's so much to fill up. There was the whole prep leading up to the ball, which I was, obviously I'm talking about things that I was part of, part of the prep team and all that. That was a lot of fun. I thought they did a great job with the arena. That kind of like fulfilled all my needs. I mean, it was pretty scary and exciting to watch that part. I don't know. I think he did a great job with filling in the blanks, I mean, of course, there are certain little things that you have to sort of omit, and characters, and I can't even think of them off the top of my head. But it's so rich with so many characters and stuff. So you can't. I think he did the best he could,
Well, I mean, all of us were really, really pleased with the result with Catching Fire. I mean, everything he added in, we felt perfect and stuff like that. So yeah, there's no complaints on our end or anything.
So paced too, I mean, the first Hunger Games was building up. Not that it was slow, but it was just more. It was a different pace. The second one just moved, and it was like, wow, it's powerful.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I felt like with the first one, you had a lot of time just to savor the moments. Like, when Rue died, you got to like actually cry. But in Catching Fire, it was like people died, and it was like there's no time for tears. It's like
you have to move on.
Right.
Yeah, well, it was appropriate with the theme too. Going, it's kind of like what she's going through. And taking everyone else along for the ride. It's like, you can be compassionate and sympathetic and all that, but this is survival of the fittest. So it's like, you have to hang and move along.
Right.
Can't look back.
It's much more of an action.
You cry,
movie,
you die.
So it has to be like that.
Right.
So Jackson had a question for you, Nelson.
Okay.
Yeah, I was more about working with Elizabeth Banks as Effie, and I know that in Catching Fire that as the story kind of gets more serious, that there's kind of a more need for a comedic relief, And I know you had like a background in comedy, so I just was going to ask you if you could comment on like, can we expect to see a lot of that from either you or Elizabeth Banks in Mockingjay, because the stories get more serious. So, are there moments that are going to have us laughing? Have you seen anything on set like that?
You know what, I try to be as present as possible and in the moment. So, and then what happens in the editing room is out of my hands.
Yeah.
You don't know. I think it's up to the director to set the tone for the film. And there is a balance. You have to strike a balance,
right?
With the film that you're making. If it's, I'm a strong believer of great drama has great comedy in it, and vice versa. Yeah. But you have to strike a really good balance. And with the next couple of films, I'm not saying that there's no humor. There's always a place for humor. As far as, like I said, I'm not in the editing room. I just know that Elizabeth Banks always delivers a great performance, and it's so, although it's comedic at times, it's so grounded in reality, and it's she's a really good actress. So I think that's why it was so believable and touching, and she's good at what she does. So
that was actually one of the good things that I thought was about Catching Fire too, is that like it had like appropriate moments of humor, right? Because it's so easy to cross over that line and just make something kind of joke in a film like totally inappropriate and non-funny, right? So
right,
exactly.
I remember being the only person in the cinema to laugh when she's like, "This isn't very festive."
Right,
and I'm like,
"That's real,
come on, guys, that was funny." Like,
or her famous line, "That's mahogany." I mean, it's real, but it's funny.
Right.
And, in real life, we have moments like that where we gotta sort of break the tension. So I think they've done a really good job at bringing that into the films, and I think they'll continue to strike a really good balance with the most drama and suspense and a little comedy here and there. But it's not a comedy, I don't think.
Yeah, I think people are wondering what her key phrase is going to be for the next one, because she had mahogany, like you mentioned, and then in Catching Fire was the curtains.
Right.
Attitude.
You never know with characters like that in comedy. It's so subjective. You just don't know what's going to strike a chord, what's going to hit with people, with the audience. Yeah, and as a comedian myself and writing. Currently writing stuff, it's like you first got to write it for yourself and then hope people get it, but you don't know what's going to resonate. It's like I've done characters where I wasn't like thrilled with them, and then somebody came and says, "Oh, that was my favorite character," and I was like, "My weakest character."
Right.
Oh, I was just going to say, talking about funny things, and I'll put it back on Catching Fire. We love that finally there were some bloopers included, but I'm sure there were many more fun times on set. Is there something that sticks out in your memory, like a funny prank or funny moment, or I don't know, Jen falling over in Victor's village while you guys were there?
I remember during Catching Fire when we were doing the Victory tour on the train, those guys just were like right before the doors open and we step out into, I forget which district it was, where all the guards were there, and it was like you see us stepping out.
I think that was 11.
Possibly 11.
Was it 11? It was a very serious, sort of ominous sort of tone. But right before those doors opened, Jennifer Lawrence, Woody Harrelson, and Josh were like goofing off and like, I don't know, they were like giving each other Charlie horses and Jennifer hit herself on her knee. It's like, damn. And I'm like standing behind her. I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious. And the doors open and it's like, and action. And then, so there was a lot of shenanigans like that always going on. I mean, like I said, you got to have some fun because you're having some long days.
Yeah.
And then some people, are really good at it. She's one of those people who can really just, be a goofball. And then when it comes to action, she just turns it on. She's got a gift.
Yeah, we keep hearing about how, like, right up until the last second, they're, like, goofing off, and then they just go right into it.
Well, if you know what you're doing, with acting, if you know your character, and you know what that scene's about, and you're very clear about that, you go into a scene with a definite choice, and it doesn't matter what you're doing, it's like, that's what you need to deliver in the next minute. So, and some people are better at it than others. They can turn it off and say, okay, now I'm here. Now I'm this person, It's a lot of fun. You gotta have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so you have a couple of things coming up. You're doing the first annual LA Sci-Fest, right, coming up? You're going to be...
I am.
It's a series of plays?
It's a series of, like, original one-act works, and it was conceived by writer-actor David Dean Botrell, a really, really talented actor. Once you see his face, he's one of those faces you've seen in everything. He's a really gifted actor, a really great writer. And also with Michael Blaha and Lee Costello. Those are the other producers. And they put together, the first year. It's a bunch of original, quirky, dramatic, scary, funny. It's like, you're going to get like a whole bunch of different flavors of sci-fi. And in theater form. So it's really exciting to see it on stage. And I'm doing one called Alien the Family. And I'm a really funny character, sort of like a professor from another planet who falls in love with cars. And I fall in love with cars. So it's kind of appropriate that I'm kind of doing this after Hunger Games. It's kind of set the tone for, who knows, the different things that I'll be doing. But, yeah, it's fine. It's going to be, in my cast, we've got a lot of great people. We've got... people from the show Fringe and from X-Files and a lot of familiar faces. And my director is Dan Castellaneta. He plays Homer Simpson.
Oh, my God.
So he's my director. So I'm really excited to work with all these people and see what comes out of it. It's going to be fun. That sounds like a
lot of fun.
That does sound really cool.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It sounds awesome because I was thinking, as a sci-fi fan, when you think sci-fi, you don't really think plays. It's kind of hard to think. But I think it's good because sci-fi is also supposed to, push the envelope. So why not do a play? What I mean? So it sounds really cool.
Well, like the Twilight Zone and things like that in the 50s started out, they were considered teleplays, I think. So they started out as little one-act plays or something like that. And it's nice to see it like that in 3D. And, so it's not just on your TV. You actually get to see the actors kind of perform. They're a few feet away from you. So that's different. That's a lot of fun. And like I said, hopefully we'll get a lot of people who are fans of all these shows. And I even put it out there on Twitter. Any fans in LA or who want to come and say hello to me when they see me in the show, because it's nice to meet fans that you just either tweet with or once in a while, So it'd be nice to see some Hunger Game fans coming out to it.
Yeah. I'm sure they will be.
It's through the whole month of June, and it's alternating. I do 2 weeks of the show, and the show's called Alien the Family, and that's the show, that's the cast I'll be in.
Cool. And do you have anything else coming up?
I'm actually, like everybody else out here trying to sell some. I just I'm a whore. I'm just like whoring out.
Hey, at least you're upfront about it.
Did I say that word? I'm a whore.
There's nothing like a dodgy whore.
That word. I don't know. I find that it's a funny word, whore. I don't know. I'm
impressed we finally got a chance to use it in our podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was
in a Hunger Games related website. Oh my God.
Deal with it, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, really. But yeah, I'm out there pitching. I just, met with a production company about another sketch show that they were excited about. So, and then I'm flying to New York next month to film a pilot for another show related to fashion, funny enough. And I think what kind of caught their interest was, my participation in the Hunger Games. Because somebody I knew somebody, and they were fans of the Hunger Games and Matt TV, do the math, and they're like, oh, you know Nelson? I'm like, so we started talking, and so they created the show around me. I'm actually writing it, and I'm starring in it. And it's related to fashion, and it's related to comedy. So that's the most I can tell you. I probably told you too much, and I'm going to get in trouble.
We hope not.
That sounds really cool. Yeah. Flavius is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Yes, the Flavius that keeps on giving, right. It's fun. It's always fun doing all these characters. That's my background, even though I love to do really dramatic stuff. But
I was thinking about with all your new projects coming up, and we were talking earlier about, getting to see other actors who you've worked with in the past in Hunger Games. Like, who would be one person that you would like to work with again the most?
Oh my God!
You put him in a spot, Jackson. Come
That's
on.
hard. You've just totally given him a Sophie's choice.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I mean, we
so
could-
many.
we
It's
could
kind of
say-
like, duh. I want to work with all of them again.
Yeah.
I'm a
Cop out.
big fan of Woody Harrelson. I think he's an amazing actor. And I love Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, not just because I worked with her. I think she's great. I would love to do a comedy with her. She's so effing funny, and she gets it. So yeah, I mean, there's so many wonderful actors, that you meet on those sets, and other new people, new faces that I've met that I'd like to continue working with. Oh my goodness, Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I love
Isn't
Jerry
that the dream?
Seinfeld. He's one of my favorite comics. I love, and one dream would be maybe to working with Robert De Niro or someone like that. So that's two different spectrums,
Right.
But there's a lot of exciting new actors out there, Jennifer Lawrence obviously being one of them.
Yeah.
True.
You mentioned
I'm
Woody
desperate.
Harrelson. I live in the same state as him. He lives on Maui. I've never seen him anywhere on Oahu. I wonder if he ever comes here.
Because he's never there. He's working all the time.
Yeah.
That guy's like on a film all the time, and he's on this new series, which is really great. And he works all the time. So, I remember when I first met him in the trailer. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking. I didn't know he was in Hawaii. It was like, oh, Atlanta, you must love it here. So many great restaurants. He goes, no, I make my own stuff. I'm like, okay. So he's very green and very organic. So that's how he lives. So
At least you didn't ask him about a sex swing.
about what?
Oh God. No.
Did you hear about apparently Jennifer, when the first time she met Woody, he had a yoga swing in his trailer, and she asked him, was it a sex swing?
Oh, really?
So it can always be worse.
When you can turn anything into a swing these days, so who knows?
Your question about food suddenly doesn't seem so bad, does it?
No,
Yeah.
and then it surprised me. Damn it! I wish I'd made it in. I was invited once in the trailer, and I couldn't go.
Oh, bummer.
Next time that's a rookie mistake, Nelson. Next time you know.
I know.
Cancel all plans.
Always go.
It's okay. I travel with my own swing, so I didn't miss anything.
I'm glad to see you've got your priorities right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that's a good question. Do you get a trailer? Do you share?
No, we were put up in a hotel. Oh, you mean when we're there? Yeah, we get trailers. We don't get the big. I mean, Woody brings his own trailer. That's his own trailer.
Wow.
Wow.
I actually have a picture online of it somewhere. It's me standing in front of his trailer during the first filming of Hunger Games, and I wasn't supposed to be. I was like, and I was telling Bruce Bundy, who plays Octavius, take a picture of me in front of his trailer. It's got all these. It's a funny. You see with my knapsack, and it's like his trailer behind me. That's his trailer back there. Anyway, no, we don't. We get like our little wagons, our little trailer wagons, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah, we're treated pretty well. And then other than that, we're in a hotel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Does anybody else have any more questions? Otherwise, we should wrap up.
no, thank you for
I wanted
joining
to
us.
ask, do you have a twin? Is that true?
I do. I have an identical twin, and he's
Right.
terrified
Oh,
of being in
wow.
front of the camera.
That's so funny
really?
because the reason Jackson asked is because he has an identical twin.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you the introvert or the extrovert?
I think I would technically be classified as the extrovert, but Jared is an extrovert too. It's kind of like not the classic introvert-extrovert twin situation. We kind of both morphed into extroverts, so it's...
Oh, no.
That's even more fun, I guess.
I sucked it all out of my brother.
Yeah.
Just to be quiet
Just as
and, oh my god. Yeah, he's very different from me. He's he's very responsible.
So, has anyone ever approached him thinking that he's you?
All the time.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
funny.
He probably just says yes.
We live in
he's you, I would imagine.
Yeah,
That's
we
just
live in the
easiest.
same
Just
city,
say-
but different areas. But yeah, he gets approached, and people are like, "Oh, are you the guy from Matt TV? Are you the guy from Hunger Games?" He's like, "No, that's my brother." And they usually don't believe him; they think I'm being an asshole.
Of course.
Oh my god,
I would
that's so
totally
funny.
be like that too. I'd be
So-
like, no, you're lying to me.
Yeah, so I've had to coach him on being nicer to people.
Oh, right. That is
Give him
awkward.
some of the extrovert back, Nelson. You can't have it all.
He's like, "I'm so annoyed. Who are these people talking to me?" I'm like, "Oh, relax."
That poor boy, after Mockingjay, maybe he'll never go outside again.
Oh God.
We actually have Jackson's brother Jared on our staff as well, so we jokingly
Oh.
call them our League 1 and League 2.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a special thing to have a twin.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, he would never step foot in front of a camera. He's terrified. He's very shy that way.
Oh.
In fact, he doesn't even come to see my shows because he's mortified. He's like,
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
see you do comedy or anything on stage because you're ridiculous and it's all I see is you and I can't enjoy it. I'm like, then don't come.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's your biggest critic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm my biggest critic, but he is my second biggest critic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting ready. I've been writing to do a one-man show eventually. So, and I was going to call it The Hungry Gay, just because my mother got the name wrong when I was telling her about Hunger Games. She's Cuban. She doesn't speak English very well. And then after like 2 months, I said, "I got it." She goes, "You got The Hungry Gay." I'm so
Oh my
happy.
god.
Oh my God.
And so it's called The Hungry Gay. I think that'll
Oh, that's
bring
brilliant.
That would be a hit.
Yeah.
See, that's your next
yeah.
year's. That's your sci-fi second annual sci-fi
keep
play.
me posted on that.
Oh God.
Oh, I can't. That's gold. You have to record that or something so you can share it with us poor sods who can't make it to LA. We want to see The Hungry Gay.
The Hungry Gay. You want to see The Hungry Gay? Okay, I'll write it for you guys.
Oh, good.
How the Hunger Games experience was a metaphor for my own life, but it's called The Hungry Gay, and I'll be on the cover with a little Katniss braid and a bow and arrow or something.
No,
And a
don't
Speedo.
say
And
that.
a Speedo.
Oh
Don't
my.
say that. You have to go to Photoshop and do it. So don't put that idea in my head.
Well, you
Make
guys,
a
thank you
for you.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love-
Thank you so much for
thank you.
coming on and talking to us. We really enjoyed talking to you again.
You do.
No, I enjoy talking to you guys. You guys are fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, and we hope to see you this November on screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, be well, everyone. Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.
Too.
Bye.
Bye now.
I'm already thinking of sequel ideas for The Hungry Gay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey, man, we had to top episode 1. We had some pretty funny stuff on that, and I think we've achieved it.
Me too.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you just heard us talking with Nelson Ascencio, who plays Flavius in the Hunger Games movies, and now we're gonna move on with the really exciting news for the day, which is a recasting of a part in Hunger Games Mockingjay. Oh my god! It came out this morning, and like when like someone linked it to me, I was like, "Shut up!" So basically, what happened is that sorry. Basically, what happened is that Deadline posted that Gwendolyn Christie, who plays Brienne of Tarth on Game of Thrones, has been recast to replace Lily Rabe as Commander Lime. And
oh my god!
Yeah, that was like the I think that was the general reaction of the fandom, right? It was just like, ah!
I think I didn't even, I couldn't even check because I was so busy retweeting and reblogging and redoing everything. Because, oh my god, I'm so excited.
I have to admit, my initial reaction was, 5:40 a.m. My phone's going off. Okay, oh, you're talking. Oh, cool. Have I got an hour to go till I got to get up? Okay, and scroll up a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, I'll have to sleep now. I'll react later.
Right.
So I'm reacting now. Yay! I mean, I feel bad. No offense, Lily. We're sorry. We were looking forward to you filming, but
it's just because she's from Game of Thrones, and I love her in Game of Thrones.
Well, did you ever think? I mean, I know we got Natalie Dormer. We have two now as a crossover. I didn't even think we'd get one, and now we have two.
Yeah. I mean, I was already excited about Natalie Dormer, and now this is like, okay, my mind just cannot handle this much awesomeness.
And the best bit is that they should have a scene together, which is probably never going to happen in Game of Thrones.
No. I've actually seen a picture of them together in Game of Thrones.
Oh, have you? Oh.
Yeah, so they definitely have a scene coming up. It might even be this coming Sunday, because Game of Thrones starts up again this Sunday.
So they find each other in King's Landing. Oh, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
okay, so we have a little preview of
Mockingjay.
So we'll see a Mockingjay. That's awesome.
You can just pretend.
Because, I mean, I think it's going to make for some awkward stuff in Game of Thrones, because, I mean, spoiler here for Game of Thrones. Yeah. Because when Brienne last saw Natalie Dormer's character, she was married to King Renly. And now when she sees her again, she's about to be wedded to King Joffrey. So it's just kind of like awkward. Like, hey, what are you doing? Just playing like marriage merry-go-round?
I mean, Brienne was in love with Renly, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Awkward.
Yeah, so the still that came out is like her like glaring down at Natalie Dormer. So
I totally forgot about her being in the Rainbow Guard. You're right. So they have had stuff together.
Yeah.
Adora. See, 7 a.m. My brain's not functioning yet.
Yeah, so I actually went and I looked in Mockingjay, and I found a description of Lime, and she actually fits the description of Lime really well. She's described as middle-aged, over 6 feet tall, and heavily muscled, and she's a former victor of the Hunger Games. So. Yep.
Tick, tick, tick.
Actually, that was one of the things that when Lily Rabe was cast, I was like, okay, maybe she'll pull it off.
Yeah, because Lily Rabe is kind of slight, right? She's
yeah. She's a lot slighter, but I mean, it's not that I think she could do it. Like I think Lime is more about attitude than about look.
Yeah.
But now I'm just really, really feeling it.
I'm interested to see the costume, because obviously, I guess, in Game of Thrones, she gets to wear like the mail or the boiled leather or whatever, it's like things like that, and then she'll go to wearing, an entirely different kind of armor. Like, how do they interpret? Because I'm imagining maybe there's the rebels bits and pieces of old peacekeeper uniforms or something that they like spray paint.
Yeah, because she's
black
district
or something,
so
like. Yeah, like, so sort of what's she going to look like as a commander?
Yeah.
Mm.
I hope it's not boiled leather, though. I can say that.
Yeah, no.
This is all we had. This is all District 8 had as surplus supplies.
Right.
We couldn't make you new uniforms, so we stitched these together.
The cool thing is, as Lime, she kind of gets to, I don't know, she kind of gets to boss Katniss around, which is going to be kind of amazing.
She is tall. I looked her up and she's 6'3". So and Lily Rabe isn't short. She's 5'8". But I mean, Gwendolyn Christie is still 5 inches taller than her.
Jeez.
She's taller than Jennifer Lawrence.
Is it 5?
I wonder if this mean we'll get to see an end for her on screen, because in the book she just sort of disappears, right? Like, and they never sort of. Does Katniss have a line, something about no one's found her or wasn't seen again or something like that in passing?
I mean that's something that I've never liked about Mockingjay is that a lot of people just disappear.
Yeah,
you know, I mean.
Well, I assumed that Lime would get, a spot in the government or something.
Yeah.
But they never really tell us.
No, well, they can easily fix that by just putting her in there somewhere like it. I mean, I guess this would be a spoiler alert too, but like with Snow's, trial where he gets killed, they could just have her standing there or whatever, So they'll probably do a lot of that,
Yeah.
That would work.
So much to speculate about.
Right.
The fact that he's been replaced now, then pretty much tells us that they haven't filmed the District 2
District 2 stuff,
Which means that they're going to film those in Europe. Yay!
So I wonder if they're actually going to go to like a mountain area, or if they're going to do it in a large studio. Are there large studios or like mountain areas nearby, or?
Not in Berlin. And I think in Paris they were going to film in the city too. So in here they're filming in this big abandoned airport. So I guess if they want to build something, they can. Yeah. But I don't think they will go for natural mountains. There really aren't many around.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could just be like, because it's like almost like a mine shaft kind of area, right? Where she, like, it's a tunnel, right? Where she gets shot.
Yeah. Coming out of the tunnel.
Where did they film Monuments Men recently? Was some of that done in Europe somewhere?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm just thinking because they had like a set sort of built that it would be kind of be perfect for the nut. It was like a mine entrance, sort of with rubble blown and wilderness around it kind of thing. And I think I remember they built a lot of their sets. So I'm just wondering, was that somewhere nearby?
I don't know. I mean, here in Berlin they have like in the outskirts of Berlin, there's another town called Brandenburg, and they have a lot of studios there. Like, that's what they're known for. But since we haven't had any confirmation that they're going to be there, but rather in the airport, I'm not sure. But they could, I guess.
We'll have to.
Since we're talking about Mockingjay, I guess we can go into our next thing of discussion, which is why hasn't there been any marketing? There's been no stills, there's been no additional posters, there's been nothing.
Yeah, we're dying.
I think
we're dying.
I think that's why we're so freaking excited over this recasting of Lion.
I know.
Well, no, I think I would be excited anyway, but
Well, like the starvation thing kind of adds to it, just because there's been nothing and now there's finally something. So.
I'm half faded away to Skeletor waiting.
I mean, it's April. The movie's 8 months away.
Right. Yeah, we expect like a hardcore trailer in the summer at least. So if we're getting a trailer, then you'd think they'd have stuff before that,
Yeah. The teaser came out around this time last year, didn't it?
Well, it makes me wonder. The MTV Movie Awards are like less than 2 weeks away.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's always been
everybody
something
expects something then, but I mean, they haven't teased anything for it either. I mean, they previously were teasing things, saying it's going to come in the MTV Movie Awards. Here's a 1 second clip of it or stuff like that, but they haven't done anything like that.
So it seems strange that they would miss that opportunity. So I don't know, maybe it's come some kind of surprise thing. But Lionsgate, we don't want surprises. We just want stuff.
Yeah. Stills. I mean, they can do stills. Yeah, come on.
I guess that's what's been surprising the most to me is that there's been no stills. There's been no posters. I mean, last time we had almost 40 posters come out.
Yeah.
So
they're going to release all of them in 1 week.
Right.
We will die.
Yeah.
Suzanne Collins had info dumps, and Lionsgate has poster dumps.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but yeah,
still.
So somebody on our site commented saying that they think that maybe they might show the trailer with X-Men, since we're just talking about summertime, right?
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, does Lionsgate? Because usually Lionsgate puts it with one of their own movies, but
Movies, yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
the only thing coming up is The Quiet Ones with Sam Claflin.
Yeah,
but that doesn't really strike me. Usually, like, horror movies come with horror trailers.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And they're not like, it's not like everybody necessarily rushes to see a horror movie, so it's not like the clientele is like really widespread. So I think they want to put it.
On the other hand, if they want people to rush in to watch the horror movie,
yeah.
putting a trailer for the Hunger Games might do the trick.
That's true.
That's true.
Just go, I'll pay like $10 and see the preview and walk out. And go, oh, I'm happy.
What studio is doing The Fault in Our Stars?
I don't remember. But see, that's another one that I don't think it necessarily fits either. It's young adult, but it's about cancer kids, so I don't know. I mean, the subject matter is very iffy. Like Mockingjay is a blockbuster, right? So I don't know. To me, like the most likely candidate for a trailer is X-Men, because it's a summer blockbuster. It's got Jennifer Lawrence and it's huge, right? So
yeah, that's true. When is Spider-Man or Guardians of the Galaxy out? Is Guardians of the Galaxy August?
August, yeah.
That seems kind of late, though.
That's late,
Yeah.
After Comic-Con, come on.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah, true. Hey, Lionsgate, this time at Comic-Con, play it at Comic-Con before you release it on the internet.
I know.
Yeah, I remember. I saw it before you guys did.
I know. I was so pissed. I was like, okay, seriously, I flew all the way from Hawaii to San Diego to watch the trailer first, and then it goes up online a half hour early. I was like, what? Seriously?
Not cool. Not cool.
Yeah, not cool. Very uncool.
Yeah, no, but we really should be getting some kind of teaser soon. I mean, come on. Yeah. For last year, for the MTV Awards, they had like teasers of the teaser of the teaser of the teaser.
Exactly.
Why couldn't they just do that this year?
Yes, where are our teasers?
Yes.
We're starving here.
Probably a good question. How does does Francis outsource something? Like, you know, if he's still off filming, you know, there's special people that cut together, you know, the teaser and things, like, because I guess this time last year he was on sort of pre-production potentially still for Mockingjay, whereas at the moment he's kind of currently filming. So who does the, you know, where are the smart talented
When does he have time to edit, right?
Yeah, who does he delegate to?
So
that's a good question.
I mean, that's what I thought. I'm sure.
You know, like, is that why we're waiting? Is it because it is a trailer like something he wants to do? And edit,
you know,
but surely someone could do like stills or something else.
I don't know. I feel like for trailers they have people who cut those, not the directors.
Yeah.
I think it's
come on, Lionsgate, what are you doing?
But you know what really bugs me? Not so much the fact that there are no trailers, because maybe they're waiting until they have better footage or, you know, some post-production or whatever, but like, they could do something online, like the websites. Come on, Capital Couture. They could do something with it, or, you know, the Capital.pm. They could do something with that. But they haven't.
Nope. Right. And even it interests me that it's only the UK Hunger Games site that's been doing the Rebel transmissions.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, it hasn't been the US one. So, you know,
I feel like they have separate marketing teams, and they just decide on their own what they want to do. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm giving UK some cred points here for
they're awesome.
Top of it.
Plus, they did that costume contest where like the 50 FEs showed up at the train station.
That was great.
That was crazy. That was so cool.
That was an amazing picture.
Yeah, and somehow they were kind of all different. Like, you know, there were some similarities, but they were really 50 different FEs. That's impressive.
It'd be cool if, like, the real Elizabeth Banks was somewhere hidden in the middle of all
my god, that'd be so hysterical.
She's got, like, a bodyguard team of FEs around her.
All her doubles.
Which one's the real Effie?
I'm going to that cafe. Make sure you go somewhere else.
That reminds me of the scene in Harry Potter where they all drink Polyjuice potion.
Oh yeah.
They're all hairy.
Be good, be good
seriously,
decoy.
they have to. They have to start using the website though, because I think that would help.
Yeah.
Feeling of nothing's happening. So at least that.
Mm.
And we were wondering if they were going to use it as rebel propaganda. Remember?
Yeah, they should. They should be starting now. I mean, I know, like, it doesn't have to be totally regular, like, but even if it was like once a week or a couple of times or something, just little subtle things here and there.
Right.
I remember last time when the Capital.pn started, and do you remember that like the Capital Shield was there, but it was like all scrub, and people were just like watching that thing for hours, waiting for it to do something. I mean, nothing was happening, but people were there looking and getting excited.
Even if they did one of those like digital puzzle reveal things again, how you had to like reveal the pieces of the still or something something.
Yeah. Didn't they do that for Catching Fire, where you had to like tweet or something, and then they would slowly reveal the photo?
Unlock the pictures. Yeah. So they could easily do something like that again. Help us pass the time.
Well,
otherwise, we're going to.
I feel like it's
kind
April.
Of JabberCast drinking game.
I feel like it's April. We're bound to get something this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely.
I mean,
If not, we might go crazy.
Too late.
I mean, come on.
We're just gonna have to pull another April Fool's prank and just to get new content,
Sorry.
That actually reminds me. I did want to talk about that. Our April Fool's joke. Credit to that goes to Grant Gibbs, who came up with the idea and then wrote this amazing press release, and then he did this Photoshop of a park, and then like he added in concept art, and then like our graphic artist Luan, he like stuck in like fonts and like seals and things like that, and just made it look totally legit. And then that was our April Fool's joke, that the World of Panem Six Flags theme park was coming out in 2016, and oh my goodness, so many people bought it.
I mean, we actually feel kind of bad about it because so many people got excited.
I know. I didn't think that so many people would be like, "Yes, I'm going! Oh my god!"
I know.
But
One girl I think I saw, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm in Africa or whatever. I don't even care. We're going." And I was like, "Oh."
Oh god! I hope she didn't start planning.
And even like 3-4 days later, people are still retweeting us, and I'm like, oh no, like.
Yeah, that's really what I want to say. Like, people, if you're listening to this, it's not real. Please, I mean, I know it's still out there bouncing around the web. It's not real. Sorry, but.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think the ones that made me feel the most bad were the ones that were comments on Grant's posts, where they were just like, "I went to school and told all my friends. Oh my god!" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I remember, like, I think I retweeted it sometime later because it actually came out while I was asleep as usual. But I when I woke up and I retweeted it, and I think one of my cousins actually retweeted me, and she was like, "Oh my god, are you serious?" And I was like, "Oh, I really want to tell her that it's not serious." And now I feel so bad that she actually believed it.
But one possible upside is that maybe like Lionsgate would look at it and think, "Wow, people really responded well to it."
Oh, God.
Because I mean, it was based off of like a rumor that they were thinking about it anyway, so it's not like it's impossible that it's not going to ever happen. But I mean, for some people, it just opens up the whole debate of, is this right? I mean, do you really need
I
this
think
kind
the
of thing?
rumor itself was kind of received more negatively. Honestly.
Yeah.
So I was shocked to see that so many people were into it.
Exactly. I mean, when like I think it was around November, like the news came out that they were thinking about it, and people were just like, "What? Why? This is terrible," So. Yeah, and then to have so many jubilant fans like getting all freaked out and excited, we're just like kind of surprised.
So we hope you can forgive us. See that it was all just a bit of fun.
Yeah, so
and have a laugh with us about it now.
Just imagine PETA asking Katniss, real or not real, the world of Panem, and she goes, not real.
Yeah. Oh, God. No, PETA, it's not.
I saw somebody on Reddit made a comment saying, can you ride Josh Hutcherson? Oh, that had me in tears.
That is such an appropriate question considering the topics we've been through this episode.
I mean, I think everything is fair game after today.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty, we're running pretty long, so we're gonna have to push some of our topics on our agenda to next time. But we just want to mention real quick that MTV opened up a category in the movie awards called Favorite Character. Probably because of public pressure over not having Katniss in Favorite Hero.
Yes.
So the way that you vote is you have to use her in Vine, Instagram, or Twitter with the hashtag #VoteKatniss. And that's how they tally your vote. And let me put it up right now. She's currently winning, but not by very much. She's winning by about 5,000 votes over Triss.
Divergent fans are on us.
I know. They're doing a really good job.
I think it's because we've been deserted by all the 13-year-olds. Come back to us! Come back!
Not just old people.
Yeah.
No, but just to clear it up a little, like, and to promote our site, of course. All our tweets, all our tweets in our account are going out, or most of them at least, are going out with the hashtag on them. Yep. So if you retweet those, it counts as a vote.
Yes.
So retweet us.
Get on it. Use it on Instagram. Use it on Vine. Just vote for Katniss. I mean, come on. The whole category was clearly started because of her.
Because of her. That's what I
And if she doesn't win, oh my goodness.
That is a statement that MTV should have included her in the Best Hero category, and they didn't, and they messed up. So now, to show them that they should have, Katniss has to win. So go and vote.
That's right. Throwing in a game of quotes, show them what it feels like to lose what they love.
All right, on that high note, let's close out. Thank you guys for listening to episode 2 of JabberCast. Be sure to visit us at our website, www.Jabberjays.net. You can follow us on Twitter at HGJabberjays, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Jabberjays.net. And thank you for listening, everyone.
Thanks.
We love you, by the way.
Bye.
Bye.